Hello. Over the last decade, I've tested dozens of firearms across a wide range of roles: concealed carry, competition, home defense, and long-term durability testing. Today's episode is different. I'm taking a measured look at 7 firearms that failed to meet expectations. These aren't outright outrageously dangerous weapons. Most of them functioned. But each one, in its own way, fell short of what I would reasonably expect for the price, the promises, or the reputation behind the name. My goal is simple: to explain in detail why these models disappointed me and what buyers might consider instead. Number 7. Kel-Tec 57. When Kel-Tec launched this 5.7 pistol, the spec sheet read like a dream for high-capacity, low-recoil carry. Lightweight, 20-plus rounds, and a cartridge that tames recoil. On paper, it makes sense. On the range, it reveals multiple compromises. Strengths. The cartridge is pleasant to shoot, and the idea of high capacity in a slim package is attractive. The platform can be useful if you prize light recoil and capacity. Weaknesses. The implementation undermines the concept. Instead of a modern detachable box magazine, it uses clip-style loading that is fiddly and antique in feel. The sights are non-adjustable and crude. The trigger is a heavy, double-action-only pull that forces awkward shot cadence and increases the chance of user error if the shooter does not fully reset between shots. Ergonomics and finish quality feel experimental rather than refined. There's a novelty factor, but novelty doesn't justify these practical shortcomings. If you're buying for everyday carry, the inconveniences become real liabilities. Takeaway. An interesting concept, executed haphazardly. If you like the caliber and want reliability and ergonomics, look elsewhere for a more refined platform. Number 6. Benelli M4 Generation 2. The Benelli M4 is a modern classic, a combat-proven shotgun with a long track record. Expectations for a true next-gen were high. The Generation 2 arrives with incremental feature changes, but the question is, did those changes improve the platform meaningfully? Strengths. The baseline Benelli operating system remains as robust as ever. The updated model includes more accessory integration and an adjustable rail that hints at modularity. Weaknesses. Many of the new features feel like half measures. Instead of adopting widely used interfaces like MLOK, the new rail system requires proprietary components and limits aftermarket flexibility. The cost premium for the Gen 2 is hard to justify when most owners can retrofit an original M4 with a third-party rail and achieve the same or better functionality for less money. In other words, the Gen 2 adds complexity and expense without delivering enough practical improvement to make an upgrade compelling. Takeaway. If you already own a Gen 1 M4, you're unlikely to be better off buying the Gen 2. The sensible option for most users is a modest aftermarket upgrade to the original. Number 5. Beretta Corsa, Compensated 92 Variant. Beretta's 92 family has a long heritage and a distinctive profile. This particular high-end variant is visually striking and marketed as a race/competition-oriented model, but the performance doesn't fully support the premium it commands. Strengths. Aesthetics and brand pedigree are undeniable. The compensated slide and profile are pleasing to collectors and those who value classic design. Weaknesses. The compensation system doesn't consistently deliver a meaningful advantage in muzzle control compared to other, less expensive platforms. The grip surface lacks aggressive texture, which lets the pistol move in the hand during rapid strings. That defeats the stated purpose of the comp. The trigger, while clean, is not demonstrably superior to far cheaper alternatives. Finally, the manual safety geometry on this single-action setup creates discomfort for some shooters, a tangible ergonomics issue that reduces shooting enjoyment over time. Takeaway. It's a beautiful pistol, but beauty alone should not command a large price premium when performance and ergonomics lag behind rival offerings. Number 4. Henry Big Boy X Lever Action. Lever actions occupy a unique niche, nostalgia blended with practical utility. The Big Boy X aimed to modernize that formula with updated furniture, threaded barrels, and accessory compatibility. Unfortunately, execution matters, especially at a high price point. Strengths. The concept is compelling. A threaded lever action in .357/.38 special that can accept suppressors and modern attachments is an attractive idea for quiet, short-range defensive options or brush hunting. Weaknesses. Two primary complaints emerged: durability and value. The rifle's corrosion-resistant coatings disappointed. Rusting appeared more quickly than expected for a premium product. Over extended use, some examples showed declining reliability. Given the price bracket of these rifles, customers should expect a robust finish and consistent function out of the box. The cost is also a factor. Buyers can find modern lever and semi-auto options that provide similar capability at a more accessible price, with fewer finish and reliability questions. Takeaway. Nice concept. Disappointing follow-through. If you want a modern lever for practical use, verify finish and QC on the example you buy, or consider other contemporary manufacturers. Number 3. Walther WMP Gen 2.22 Magnum Pistol. The original Walther WMP left a positive impression, a well-designed rimfire pistol that combined ergonomics and economy. The Gen 2 promised to build on that, but several important functional issues cropped up in testing. Strengths. The platform remains ergonomic with a good, natural point of aim. 22 Magnum is an attractive cartridge for certain training and light-duty roles. Weaknesses. First, the sights were not stable. The rear assembly could shift under hand pressure, causing accuracy and point of impact problems. Second, the pistol exhibited feeding and reliability quirks with some ammunition types. Unacceptable inconsistencies for a rimfire intended for frequent casual shooting. Third, the control scheme is overcomplicated. Multiple slide releases and redundant magazine release options create a crowded control area and increase the likelihood of accidental magazine drops or user confusion. Instead of adding real value, the extra levers created new hazards. Takeaway. The Gen 2 tried to be everything to everyone and sacrificed reliability and simplicity. A better approach would have been to refine the core function first. Number 2. Jennings .380 Low-End Pocket Pistol. This is the archetype of the cheaply produced pocket pistol. Extremely low price, very limited capability, and structural and reliability issues that are hard to ignore. Strengths. Affordability. For the absolute lowest cost, you can obtain a functional pistol. Weaknesses. Shortcomings are severe and numerous. Very limited magazine capacity, marginal sights, antiquated heel-style magazine release, and troubling reliability and feed issues. Some examples showed catastrophic failures under stress. These pistols are frequently sourced in criminal evidence or recovered as discarded, last resort weapons. That reputation is well earned. Even at rock-bottom prices, the combination of poor ergonomics and questionable function makes them inappropriate choices for responsible defensive ownership. Takeaway. Avoid. If budget is the primary constraint, it is better to save a bit longer and acquire a used, reputable pistol with known performance characteristics than settle for one of these. Number 1. Sig Sauer P320 variants, multiple units. This one is personal. I now own multiple P320 variants that I deeply regret buying. The P320 family introduced a modular striker-fired architecture that was conceptually bold. However, real-world implementation and the surrounding controversy have eroded confidence in the platform. Strengths. Modularity and the fire control unit concept allow caliber and grip conversions, an attractive design choice in theory. Some users appreciate the flexibility. Weaknesses. The P320 carries baggage that goes beyond simple features. Ergonomically, it never quite matched the best striker fire platforms for fit and perceived trigger quality. Safety concerns and reports of unintentional discharge issues have affected the platform's reputation and resale value. In my testing and through long-term exposure, the model family failed to justify the investment. I own multiple examples that are now essentially unsellable because buyers are wary. The emotional and financial cost of carrying a model with lingering safety controversies is non-trivial. Takeaway. The modular idea is neat, but when a platform's trust is compromised, ownership becomes complicated. For those seeking striker-fire pistols with strong track records, there are alternatives that provide better ergonomics and cleaner safety histories. Across these 7 examples, there are common threads. Good ideas poorly realized, incremental features dressed up as innovation, and in some cases, quality control that does not match price. A firearm's value is not measured simply by marketing claims or visual appeal. It's proven in consistent, repeatable performance, sensible ergonomics, and sensible design choices that prioritize the shooter's interaction with the tool. If you're shopping, prioritize the following checklist: proven reliability with multiple ammunition types, ergonomic fit for your hand and stance, control layout you understand and can operate under stress, and finished durability that matches intended use. When manufacturers add features, they must add genuine, serviceable value, not just novelty. Regret in firearms purchase is often avoidable with patient research and hands-on testing where possible. I share these disappointments so you can spend your money on firearms that actually serve you, rather than merely promising to. If you liked this deep dive and want more methodical reviews and long-term durability testing, subscribe and check the channel for the full datasets on each model. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the range.